Hello, Dragon Ball Infinity World. It's I, Rizion, the Rizness, Negrodamus, or as Rendo just simply likes to call me, Black Man. Um, in spirit of what Luke has been doing to the roleplay replies, I decided to put together this video myself. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the next step, which is a log on our forums done by the roleplayer Raist. And I'm just going to jump right into it. In this log, I thought it was very good, and it did a lot of the things that it needed to do. It told us a little bit about the character. It kind of gave us this nice little introduction into his master Tur, and if I'm butchering any of these names, please let me know. But what I really liked about this log and with these characters is that it did something that I personally feel that we as role players have got to do now that we've had this big roleplay wipe and we're playing all these new characters. We need to now take out our previous characters. Have no more, no more Cades, no more Ragnioses, no more Calmegas, Dumistins. All those guys are gone. We're playing new characters now, and we need to introduce these new characters without our old personas kind of coming back in. And what I liked about this log, how it does it so well, is that you still see the man behind the keyboard, Calmega's, writing style, his characters, everything like that, but we don't see the character Calmega come through Raist. And I think we achieved that with the help of Tur. I thought that the Master was a very good tool used to kind of redirect the reader back into the character of Raist, because towards the middle of the log, you start to see that Raist is like becoming angry and kind of almost vengeful, but at like a vengeful justice. So you're like, okay, I can kind of see Calmega there, and then Tur comes in and he's like, no, Raist, this is you, blah blah blah. This is what you have to do, and then you're like, wow, okay, so this is why this guy has these feelings. It's not just because, okay, I'm Calmega, this is how I roleplay. It's like, this really has a good backstory to it. So I really, really love that, and I really want all of us, to kind of try to achieve that level of character development of these, unique character that we are recreating. Because, I mean, personally, as somebody who reads, just about every log that's out there, when we see the same character over and over and over again with a different skin, it does start to get kind of bland, and it's always been my kind of personal challenge to everybody that I engage in roleplay with, to kind of see how far can they go. I always want to push people. That's why people hate it when I review their bios, because I'm like, yeah, that's good, but it could be better, and reject it. And I was like, yeah, you almost got it, but it could be better. And I just want to see everybody get better. That's not to say that you guys aren't great. I love all you guys. I just want roleplay to be better. And so Raist, I think you really hit the nail on the head with that. And the only thing that was not really jarring, but the only thing that just kind of threw me off a little bit was at the end, when we start to find out that we know that Turs is terminally ill. He's going to pass on soon. I just felt that the emotional switch with Raist and Tur kind of came not at a bad time, but at a bad time. We were kind of really getting drawn into Raist, and then Tur's thing, his illness kind of took away from the character. So we were really feeling for Raist, and his like vengeful fury, and what do I do with myself, and all of a sudden Tur's like, yeah, and I'm sick and I'm dying, and then it was fine. It's just for me, like as I was reading it, I was like, oh well, okay, that sucks. It really makes me depressed now. But it was good. That was just my. I won't even say it was a gripe. That was just the one thing that I don't even know what to say. It's not. It's because it's not a negative point. It was really well done. It was just, I don't know. I wanted it maybe at a later time. And I personally also hope that the character of Tur doesn't pass away too soon or isn't brushed aside. I mean, he can die, but freaking Obi-Wan him back, because as I said previously, he's a very good tool to kind of redirect Raist into, like maybe he's going towards the Calmega thing. Maybe, he's like, all right, I lost my master. There's nobody else to control me. I'm just going to be this force of vengeance. And then Tur's like, no, this isn't what I trained you for. I may have thought that I failed you, but I can still do something for you. So still make him mad and vengeful, but just kind of direct it in a different way. And I think that Tur is a very good tool for that. And so I hope to see him around more. Um, and as somebody who, like, I didn't read the previous log that you were really talking about, and all the combat and everything. So for me, it was just, I was just coming in new, and I was like, okay, so I thought that was really cool how he explained, all right, Master, this is what happened, and then you see that Raist himself was like, but I probably should have did this, and then Tur in turn is like, well, you really should have did this. I thought that was really well done too, because it shows that the character himself is becoming real, because he's thinking about things the way that normal people would think about things. He's seeing the consequences of his actions, and it made me feel for him. It made me kind of root for him, and I do want to see him evolve more into a character. I mean, this is the type of log that makes you interested in role playing with this character. Because you see that he is pretty interesting, and it kind of makes you want to like throw NPCs at him. Like, okay, so if he's like this, what if I throw this guy at him? How is he going to react? And as a roleplay admin, it just makes things more fun to have these interesting characters like this. And I hope that you continue to roleplay this guy, and I hope it doesn't, because I don't want you to hit the gas too hard on this and burn Raist out. Like, I don't want him to be the type of guy who goes, and I mean, this is just my personal opinion as a reader, I don't really see him as the type of guy that goes through 30, 40, 50 battles in, like a week or something like that. Like, I feel like the way he responded to the last battle would suit him more to think things through before he just jumps into another fight, for him to kind of say, okay, this is what happened last time. If I go into another fight again, this is what could happen. And he wants to be this protector, maybe, and it's not even something that he has to do right now. Character development is always at your own pace. It's always at your own discretion, or however you want to do it. And I think now one of our challenges as role players and as admins is to not do everything right away, to give your characters a chance to actually grow. So rather than just say, I became captain of the guard, or I became some military expert, show us, show us how he becomes that. So if you have big plans for Raist, I hope that we get to see them slowly evolve. Because, I mean, as we all know from the last age, once our characters get to a certain stage, it's almost not really impossible, it's just really kind of difficult to throw new things at them, because once we know everything about them, then it's like, okay, now what? So I was rambling, but that's what I like to do. If you guys have any more questions for me, I'm pretty much always available. Just shoot me a line or anything. But congratulations to Raist. I think that anybody who has not read that log, The Next Step, probably should. It's a pretty good read. So I will see you guys later.